Occurred the 8th of September 2009, 21 hours 31 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: Carmel, Indiana, USA. Shape, light duration: 1 minute. No of observers. 1 characteristics: lights on object, aircraft nearby, orange light moving E to W at high altitude, red beacon visible after passing overhead. The 8th of September 2009, 21:31 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, 39.9624 degrees north, 86.1194 degrees west. I observed an object pass overhead at the referenced coordinates, orange, and about the same apparent size, perhaps 20% larger, magnitude, and feller bantat. First observed about 60 degrees elevation E of zenith, as an orange light. After it passed directly overhead, a red flashing beacon was occasionally visible, but no strobes and no navigation lights. It traversed my entire 100 degrees field of view in under 1 minute. At the time of the observation, there were 2 commercial airliners passing to the south, one going east, the other west. The aircraft was much higher and faster than either. I could not hear any engine noise after it passed overhead. Generally, I can hear engine noise a few seconds after airliners pass overhead due to the speed of sound, 1,100 per minute, and can guess their distance accordingly. I heard the engines of the airliners after they'd passed. We are near the Indianapolis Air Route Traffic Control Center, ZID. This did not resemble any airliner I've seen passing at night. I suspect that the orange light was due to sunlight reflecting off the fuselage, but sunset was at 20:05. 1. How high did this aircraft have to be able to reflect sunlight 1.5 hours after sunset? 2. What type of aircraft was this? I suspect military, am unsure of size or type. The ISS, Cosmos 1844 and Ressers 1-4 objects were visible within a few minutes of this, but on different tracks and of different magnitudes.
Occurred the 27th of August 2011, 21 hours 15 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: Carmel, Indiana, USA. Shape, sphere duration: 1 minute. No of observers. 1 characteristics: lights on object, aura or haze around object, changed colo unidentified flying object, tracked for approximately 1 minute and was a spherical pulsating orange-red color. At approximately 21:15 on August 27, 2011, I and one other witness saw a spherical unidentified flying object for a duration of approximately 1 minute. This craft was a pulsating orange-red spherical object, and it made its way across the sky in the north to south direction. Its speed was approximately that of a commercial airliner. The UFO disappeared from sight after its lights were seen dimming for approximately 10 seconds.
Occurred the 9th of June 2012, 22 hours 10 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: Carmel, Indiana, USA. Shape, formation duration: 22 minutes. No of observers. 2 characteristics: aura or haze around object, emitted other objects, aircraft nearby at 1010 per meter. My wife and I just finished dinner, went on a small walk and seen over 25 UFOs enter the airspace and proceed to set up some kind of pattern like our common aircraft do.
Occurred the 22nd of November 2012, 0 hours 10 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: Carmel, Indiana, USA. Shape, chevron duration: 20 seconds. No of observers. 2 characteristics: lights on object, V-shaped silent object with 5 to 6 lights on each arm. Boyfriend and I were outside at 12:10 a.m. walking dog. Looked up to see Orion and saw a chevron versus shape object with 5 to 6 lights on each side. Silent and appeared to be at same height birds would fly. Lasted approximately 20 seconds until it became out of sight. Smooth straight movement. Lights were soft yellow.
Occurred the 19th of July 2014, 22 hours 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: Carmel, Indiana, USA. Shape, sphere duration: 5 minutes. No of observers. 2 reported. The 20th of July 2014, 11 hours 22 minutes and 37 seconds Pacific. Posted the 20th of July 2014, 0 hours 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Characteristics: lights on object, aura or haze around object, aircraft nearby. 5 orange lights over Carmel, Indiana. It was the end of a long work day, when a co-worker and I were walking out to the parking lot, joking about how he was going to be picked up by Hala. As I looked to the eastern sky, I saw a large orange light hovering about 800 feet or so above the ground. I pointed at it and my coworker laughed and said, "There it is now." As I watched the object for a few seconds, I saw another orange light fade into view near the original, so I start walking in the direction. While I'm walking, I see another appear the very same way the second did, then another, 5 in total. At this point, I passed up my car and started jogging down 129th Street from Gray Road towards Hazeldale Road, where the lights seemed to be hovering. Just as I moved past the tree line and into a clearing, I saw the bright orange lights very clear as they all started to move east in unison as if they were many parts of a whole. They stayed on that course for another 10 seconds or so when they faded back into the dark night sky.
Occurred the 22nd of October 2014, 7 hours 8 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: Carmel, Indiana, USA. Shape, disk duration: 5 minutes. No of observers. 1 characteristics: lights on object, aura or haze around object. The UFO was shaped similar to a disk and was accompanied by 2 side-by-side lights and a haze around it.
Occurred the 2nd of July 2018, 21 hours 55 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: Carmel, Indiana, USA. Shape, duration: no of observers. 1 cigar-shaped object at 200 feet. While walking the dog on a perfectly clear evening at 9:55 p.m., I observed a orange glowing object traveling in a straight line in a NA to SE direction. At first I thought it was fireworks since it was July 2nd. Then I thought it was a drone. But the object did not fizzle out like fireworks and there was no sound like a drone or erratic flight. The object was cigar-shaped. No flashing lights but gave off a bright orange glow. I followed the flight of the object for several hundred feet before I lost sight of it over some trees. I captured a poor image of the object due to the time of day. It was getting dark and the object was moving at a pretty good speed before I was able to take the picture. I walk the dog at this spot at least 3 times a day and have not observed a similar incident. As an avid skywatcher, I can honestly say this was not anything normal such as drone or fireworks.
Occurred the 11th of June 1920, 21 hours 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: Cicero, in USA. Shape, unknown duration: 1 minute. No of observers. 1 characteristics: lights on object, aura or haze around object. Emitted other objects. Strange gathering of objects in the sky. I was driving home from my buddy's house crossing the bridge over Morse Reservoir. I was heading east and noticed to my northeast what appeared to be a 747 airplane about to crash. It was traveling south and downward. As I stopped my car in shock, I realized this was no plane. I thought it was a signal object because all the lights were traveling together. They were moving way too slow to be a plane and I listened for the screaming engines. Not a sound. I then noticed each individual light was moving apart from one another. The lights split up slowly and vanished. I could see reflection off the lights but couldn't make out any objects. Whatever I saw, it was huge. And very low. Shocking.
Occurred the 18th of December 2018, 18 hours 5 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: Cicero, in USA. Shape, cigar duration: 1 minute. No of observers. 1 intensive bright oval cigar light over Cicero, Indiana hovered in the before moving, disappearing to a pinpoint in seconds. While driving on St. Road 19 in Cicero, Indiana, I noticed an extremely bright oval shape in the sky. It was just hovering from the time I noticed it for about a minute. It then moved to the west before rapidly becoming a pinpoint and disappeared. The brightness never changed, just the size of the object until I couldn't see it. From the time the object moved until I couldn't see it anymore was a couple of seconds.
Occurred the 31st of July 2009, 0 hours 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: Cicero, IN, USA. Shape, flash duration: 2 minutes. No of observers. 1 characteristics: lights on object. Craft changed direction 6 times within 1 minute. Disappeared after every 5 flashes for 30 seconds and would move opposite direction. Neighbors followed object with me. After about 3 minutes, object stopped flashing and disappeared. Third night in 5 weeks, noting unusual craft in skies. Clear night and no clouds visible.